This is Dave's Had Enough 187. This is a video to do with Nintendo admits Wii U is not a primary home console, and more. And another video from Dave. And yeah, pretty much Nintendo admits that the Wii U is not a primary home console. It is a secondary to most people. And I want to talk about the whole thing with, the Nintendo NX, that codename NX. They announced that the other day at a press conference. They announced that they were getting into mobile gaming. They announced some kind of service that's going to be on your smartphones, tablets, smart TVs, Wii U's, and 3DS and new 3DS. You know, those all the Nintendo devices and all that other shit. I don't know too much about that. A lot of people are speculating that that is going to be a some kind of rewards program replacing Club Nintendo. So, I mean, most likely that's cool. It is what it is. I don't know too much about it, so I'm not going to talk about that. But what I will give you my opinion on, we're going to talk about the whole thing with Nintendo admits that the Wii U is a secondary console to most people and not a primary. Pretty much I was watching a video on YouTuber by the name of Dan the Man 0531. Shout out to you, buddy. Great video. Links to his video will be in the description. He did a video on this whole thing with Iwata coming out and actually admitting that the Wii U is not a primary home console, which is a bad thing, because this is like Sony coming out and saying, well, the PS4 is not a primary console, it's a secondary next to your Xbox One or Wii U. Or it's like Microsoft coming out saying the Xbox One is a secondary console next to the PS4 and Wii U. You know, your primaries. No, that's admitting defeat. Nintendo just came out and say our console fucking sucks and most people don't choose it. That's not good. Yeah, Dan the Man 0531 did a great video. That's where I first learned about this. And then in his video, in the link to the description, there was an article that was linked me to the article on My Nintendo News, which pretty much said that Nintendo president admits that the Wii U probably isn't people's first console of choice. Nintendo president Iwata has confessed to Time that the Wii U probably isn't most people's console of choice. However, he does say that the majority of people will use it as a secondary console to play all Nintendo exclusives. Iwata says that he isn't satisfied with how the Wii U has been received by consumers, and I suspect he wishes to change this with the Nintendo NX. And there's more to this article, not much more, but there will be links in the description of this article too. Pretty much this isn't a good thing. You know, Nintendo's pretty much coming out and just admitting in their own way that the Wii U is not what it's cracked up to be. What they were hoping, it was probably going to be a primary console. They were hoping, obviously, what we saw at E3 of 2011, when, you know, you had Reggie on stage and all them acting like, you know, that this was going to be the console where you get your Assassin's Creeds with your Mario. But in our case, we get our Marios with our Marios. We don't get nothing else but Nintendo exclusives, and barely that. You know, we don't even get that. You know, it's hardly any games coming out for the thing. You get a Nintendo exclusive every 3 to 4 months, and sometimes you don't get any ones that you're ever wanting. Like this, like we just got Kirby and the Rainbow Curse. Who the fuck cares about Kirby? Your console is failing and you're releasing a Kirby game, you know it's failing then. I mean, it's not that Kirby's a fail or anything, but they need to come out with some heavy hitters if they're going to pull their own weight without third party. They don't, you know, they need some good releases between, you know, these times of droughts, you know, and it's not bad to release a Kirby game, but release it with something good, you know. I can't sit here and say Kirby, I'm not sitting here saying Kirby is a bad game. It's just, when was the last time we got a good game from Nintendo? Smash Brothers? How long ago was that? You know what I'm saying? You know? Splatoon we're waiting on. That's going to come out in May. So, and then we know the whole situation with that, with not having voice chat, and that's just a whole mess right there, and guaranteed that game's not going to do good. You don't have any release dates for The Devil's Third, Star Fox, Zelda. That's another bad thing. The Wii U is just dead in the water. You know, they're giving you just barely enough to say, hey, we're doing something with it. But when you hear announcements of, like, you know, they're working on a new home console, then they're announcing that the Wii U is a secondary console, and you have their president saying that, this isn't good. You know, it's not. My whole thing of the Nintendo, the whole thing about this Nintendo admitting that the Wii U is a secondary console, it's not good. Like I said, you know, you wouldn't see Microsoft or Sony doing that. You know, it's just admitting defeat. Pretty much with the whole Nintendo NX, I talked a little bit about this on Real Gamer 27's podcast. Shout out to Real Gamer 27. Links to his podcast will be in the description. The other night I just joined randomly on his podcast. He sent me an invite. I joined. I gave my opinion on that. I'm sure a lot of people didn't like it because I don't have, you know, not so much of a positive opinion when it comes to Nintendo. I just feel like we got ripped off with the Wii U. I did enjoy my Wii U. I'm not saying the Wii U is a bad console, like, itself. It's just, if they don't support a console, what good is it? You know, like, the PS4 could be, it is a great console, but without support, what is it? You know what I'm saying? It's not nothing. You know, you got something there that you can't play games on because it don't have any fucking games. You know, it's fucking stupid how people think on YouTube. Like, I see some of these dudes, it's crazy. Like, they'll defend the Wii U to no end, but now I'm noticing you got fewer and fewer dudes actually defending the Wii U, and then you got people going out that were defending the Wii U buying PS4s and Xbox Ones and not talking like the Wii U like they once were when that was their only console. You still got your ones out there, don't get me wrong. You got your Furious fanboys and your Twilight Bites. They're out there. No attacks. I'm not attacking these dudes. You know, I have nothing against these dudes. That's their, if they like a console that's failing, that's their, then they can like it, you know. Unfortunately, I'm not going to play a console that's just sitting there failing. The only game I'm looking forward to on the Wii U really is The Devil's Third and Zelda. You know, my hype for Zelda is not where it was, you know, and The Devil's Third's even dying down, but I still want to play that game. I want to ask you guys that are watching this video that own a Wii U, with these announcements, are you going to be trading in your Wii U? Are you going to go down with the ship? Or with the plane? Or are you going to go to GameStop and get $145 right now for it? Because that's what they're offering with rewards members. I think it's even less with without the rewards thing. So pretty much $145 at GameStop right now. And I want to know in the comments section, what are you going to do? I'm possibly going to wait for The Devil's Third. I'm going to get some enjoyment out of my Wii U. I got to. And I'm probably going to wait for Zelda. And I'm probably going to pick them up. You know, I really hope that this, you know, honestly, this is my honest opinion. This is something Nintendo's got to do, but I would love to see some great games come out for this console. All jokes aside, you know, I would like to see some. I bought this console, you know. I was a day one owner of the Wii U. I like the Wii U. They don't support it, you know. It's sad. And I would like to get some enjoyment out of it. I got some enjoyment, but I want to get more out of it. I don't think I'm not a satisfied customer with the Wii U. And what's going to happen, like Dan the Man said in his video, Dan the Man 0531, and I agree with him totally, they're going to do this announcement. Whenever that new console comes out, they're going to drop support of the Wii U. So what we can hope is whenever they drop a new console, maybe it'll be 2017 or 18. What I'm thinking they're going to do is there's going to be an announcement in 2016 at E3, which, you know, is going to be an announcement that we already know that's going to happen for a new home console. And then I think that holiday season we're going to see a new console with how bad things are for the Wii U. I could be wrong, but if that don't happen, it's going to be 2017. I would be very surprised if we're going to get a console in 2018. It's going to be either 2016 it will be announced and dropped in 2016, or 2016 will be announced the new console for Nintendo and dropped in 2017 with the Wii U shortcomings. What's going on with it right now? The console's not doing good, guys. It's not me trolling. I think it's funny. I was talking to Grimpachi and Real Gamer 27 the other day after the podcast, how people think that you're trolling when you're giving your opinion. Just because I'm not sitting here trolling about Nintendo. I own the console. I don't want it to do bad. I'm just giving you my opinion. It is doing bad, and everything I say is my opinion that I mean. You know, I'm not doing this just to get you guys going like some of these people that, you know, try to get people going on YouTube and do clickbait and all that bullshit. No, this is my honest opinion about the Wii U. You know, I like the PS4. At least I got a console I do like. You know, I'm happy with the PS4. I'm not just being a Sony dude getting on here and trolling Nintendo. I have had every Nintendo home console except the Wii. I did not buy into that whole motion control bullshit. I hate that Wiimote. I hate the Wii, you know, the Wii dildo that with the anal beads hanging from it. I don't like that thing. I think they shouldn't have brought that controller back. You know, they should have done away with it. That's their problem. They continued it. They sold the Wii, and they're like, oh, well, we'll let them use their Wii controllers and Wii dildos, Wii dildo mote, and anal beads, and they can use that too, and then they can dildo themselves with their fucking new Wii U. I mean, come on, like, it's fucking stupid. Like, Sony came out with a great controller, you know, with the DualShock 4. You can't beat this shit. You just can't beat it. It's awesome. Like, you just can't beat it. That's not me trolling. Now, the gamepad's cool, but most people don't like it. I'm one of the few people that like it. Now, one controller that I did think that Nintendo did have a success with, hold on one second, that I will say is one of my favorite controllers of this generation, if I can find it. I don't think I'll be able to find it, but... Oh, my bad. Sorry for that. This is the best controller of this generation, right here. Hands down. I love this controller, and I'm being honest. This is the one thing that I really do love about the Wii U, is the Pro Controller. Now, if they would have came out and just gave you this controller, I think it would have helped the Wii U a lot better than, you know, releasing that gamepad. I don't have a problem with the gamepad. I like the gamepad. I could deal with the gamepad. But I think people would have liked if you would have got a regular controller. That would have helped a lot more than releasing the gamepad. Forcing you to use the gamepad at first with some games like ZombiU and a few other ones, and not giving you the option of just using this. You know, they forced a controller on people that they didn't like. You know, they fucked up with the name, the Wii U. Their online is shit. That's why it's free. No party chat, you know. Hopefully Nintendo will get all this stuff right with their next console, you know. Maybe they have to get out of this whole thing, and maybe they have to come clean with their audience or their fans and say, hey, we are a family-orientated, you know, gaming console, home console that we put out there, and we don't want, you know, to have party chat and all this stuff. We don't want you kids talking to strangers or whatever, you know. Come out with the fans and be honest, you know, if that's what their situation with all that is. Or if they have a online service that's not up to par, to come out and say it. Say, hey, we don't know how to do online. This is why you don't have it. Give people a reason why things are not going like they should, like what people are expecting. Tell us what's going on. Don't sit there and leave people in the dark, you know, on a lot of things. People think that third parties against Nintendo. Tell them the honest truth of what's going on. Give them some kind of truth, because you're not giving too much faith in your product, Nintendo. You're not. You know, I'm not going to go out and buy a Wii U or a Nintendo NX or whatever the hell you're going to call it. I'm going to wait. I really am. I'm going to wait a whole year. And I'm going to look at little things, like if they do get a Call of Duty, that's a good thing. That, you know, because everybody gets fucking Call of Duty. One thing I'll be looking at, if they get the DLC. We know Microsoft gets the DLC first, But we want to see if Nintendo's going to eventually get it. Are they going to get it when PS4 and PC get it? Or are they not going to get it? If you don't see them get Call of Duty, that's a bad sign to begin with. But if they don't get that DLC, that's another sign that's no good. And it's going to be probably another fucking Wii U. A whole situation all over again, you know. But if they do get the DLC and they do have things like party chat, maybe they did listen to their fans and they turned their shit around. Maybe they're like, hey, maybe they're over in Nintendo and Iwata and Miyamoto and fucking Reggie sitting there drinking beers and like, fuck these motherfuckers, you know. Fucking Miyamoto just fires up the meth pipe and just goes, we're gonna make a powerful console. You never know what they're fucking thinking over there. Maybe they're sick of this shit. You never know. You know, he could be fucking yelling on the roof, we're gonna do it. You never know. But yeah, that's my video. I don't think Nintendo is doing good with the Wii U, and I think that's why they're doing all this. That's why they're coming out announcing the Wii U is a secondary console, pretty much telling you, hey guys, we failed. We're gonna make up for it this time, you know, with the Nintendo NX. Maybe that's what's gonna go on. We don't know. We can only please understand, hopefully, whatever they do. Alright, that's my video, guys. Sorry for the lack of videos. My mom's been in the hospital, you all know that. It's not getting too much better, you know, with everything going on. It is what it is. It's part of life. I will have more videos. I was thinking doing more from my phone so I could save them if I'm out and I think of a video, do one real quick, and then when I get home, upload it, because my internet ain't that great on my phone because I just have Straight Talk. And usually the internet runs out by the end of your phone card and you get another one. And, you know, that's, I don't know if you all know, if any of you have Straight Talk, you'll know what I'm talking about. It's a Walmart phone plan. Yeah, I might start doing some videos on my phone so you get more often than what you've been getting. Because I was doing a lot of videos when my work slowed down. Now that I'm working with my brother, we're working again. And I got to go to the hospital and all that stuff. And I just don't have too much time to do these videos, but sorry for the long video, but it's better, you know, at least you guys got a video, you know. I hope I didn't offend anybody with my opinion on Nintendo, but leave your comments in the comment section and tell me this too. With everything going on with the Wii U, I can't remember if I mentioned this video because I shot this video 2 times before I did this one. I was trying to get it right, and I just said, fuck it. Tell me if you're planning on keeping your Wii U or what. I want to know that for sure. I don't know if I mentioned this sometime in this video or it was the last video I tried to make. Tell me if you're going to trade it in the GameStop, if you're going to not try to go down with the fucking ship or the fucking boat and woo, or the plane, woo. Tell me what's going on, and more videos come. Thank you, YouTube.